Hello and welcome to Polybridge 3. The music's very relaxing to just listen to, but I'm gonna start totally fresh despite the fact that I have played this before, because I don't remember how to play it. Like, there's a button I can push to draw these triangles sort of automatically instead of doing all that manually. Let's give us some funky things, I think, with the simulation if you speed it up. Or at least older Polybridge games did. I could do stuff like that they will actually explain later. Just getting through the tutorials quickly makes the most sense. And this presumably either works or it collapses. Only options, but no real teaching there if that works. Trying to auto-triangulate, yes. That one. And this is where this sort of thing could become more relevant. And how do you fill it with that? Not quite what I wanted, but I feel like the music might be loud. It's a golf cart with, like, is it golf bags in the back or look like tanks? Red squares to hold, yeah, so support. And this will be the basic. Concepts. And flip is F. I don't know if it works. It does. Still the easy introductory phases. Steel is stronger, it's more expensive. Pretty sure that's the better support because then it goes out instead of towards the center. I can delete by pressing D. I don't think I can ditch those. I just want to see what happens. Yeah. That's where it broke because lacking support in general. Ah, that's fun. And then it could be fine-tuning, but I'm not worried about that. If I press this, I can look at to see the load, or can I see load if it fails? Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll see other ways to do it. Choose the best material, focus on solving levels before focusing on budget, yeah. Probably overdoing that. Oh, it's not. The ideal center. I'm just gonna mess with that. That looks awful. Where does it break? Nowhere. Oh, it breaks right at the end. Remarkably close. I could drag it. I mean, that won't... I don't think that helps much. Oh, there's stress visibility, okay. So I play it now, it'll show. Good. That is symmetrical. Should run at a lower speed so I can actually see what's going on. Just when it impacts the end, it complains. It doesn't look good. I don't know if it will help enough, or if it'll help at all. It'd be dispersing stuff towards the center at best, but yeah, it's breaking there, so it doesn't actually do much. Yeah. So imagine all this stuff in the middle does basically nothing, because all the force is going from here that way. Oh, wait, I broke more because I forgot that I changed this. So dangerous bridge. Build 2 bridges, yeah. With the basic premise of going to here. And then to there, but... I'll just make this hopefully solid enough by itself to test. That's too floopy. It worked, but Just a little more stress there than I like. It worked, but some more stress there. I don't know if that would actually help. If it did anything, it didn't do much. I don't think that's meaningfully better, if it even works. It's so heavy above that the card didn't even increase the stress there. And that could definitely be better. Build a bridge that avoids the plane. If it's car, plane, car. Well, truck, plane, car. I can go over that. I can go under that. I imagine over won't work. Yeah, maybe too steep. Under is probably easier, given the supports. Oh, you can press it to reset it. Okay, simple enough. Obviously won't carry it. I can't put supports above it based on how I built all this. I don't even think this will hold itself up. Oh, it did. Yeah, the force when it's going up makes sense. I guess I wouldn't need it on the left, would I? If they aren't going back and forth. If it's one direction, then I just need to do enough. What's different about that vehicle? Maybe that guy's fine. Oh, it's moving faster? I would assume it's not heavier, but it's faster. I don't think this will fix it, but it did. Polygrams. Using limited steel, build a bridge that avoids the boat. So same old base premise. Start there and just see if it can even drive. This is only gonna have 3, so I'm not gonna be able to finish that, but I mean that's necessary for keeping it from flopping, but can it even handle that slope? Okay. Pretty easily. And unbreaking, yeah. I could do better. Cars must collect their checkpoints. Yes, getting down there is necessary. Can I connect to that? I can, okay. Can it... Oh, this is where the trace... can go... Oh, there's a way to merge those, I thought. That then would shift the center. Maybe I didn't do it correctly. Regardless, it's enough of a start. Probably bad. Yep. Not surprising there. I don't think that's gonna be much better. I think it's slightly better. But yeah, it's just too much in there. Can I? I can, okay. So I could trace it to there. Using the correct material. And then trace that, which is different. It's a different line that I was able to achieve. But I disabled that. No, I didn't. Interesting that that wouldn't link. Probably too tall. I should make it work first. The slope is rough. 98% max stress. Does that stress occur? Yes, because of that terrible entry. It's been finished. Can it? Can it curve? More gently, and will that help? Gets it a bit lower, so it's not very good. It's probably gonna thump there, and that's not gonna go well. looks terrible. Yeah, it bumped really hard. See, it wasn't a very smooth transition. But yeah, 83. Sort of the thump at the start was a big issue. This probably doesn't work. Oh, that's stronger than I thought. I didn't know if that would sway a bit. Could I cut out, like, those? Yeah. Yeah, I can. You know, it's of course going to the steel. As long as there's a transfer of force. Rope and cable can be any length, but they can't take compressive forces. If I aim for structure, I don't know, like there. This won't work, but I want to see where it fails. It's gonna fail right away. Yep. It's over budget for the first time so far because it's expensive. This section's probably a bit wasteful. Not that that's gonna help, but building proper supports here right away is probably a better idea. Delete the old stuff that is awful there. It's just a weird looking bridge. A cable stayed bridge. Yes, it's supported here by cables. Basic premise. It'll stay up and fall off. And they want me to build another one on the other end. Is the initial, you know, obvious intention. Can I even delete this? I could. I'm gonna leave it because I like how it looks. Probably doesn't work. And break in the middle. A lighter vehicle than I thought. This is goofy looking. I don't like how that looks. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just weird. Jump over the plane to collect the flag. Cars can jump farther when the ramp doesn't break. That's pretty funny. See, they're suggesting... Obviously, an initial suggestion here is giving you the opportunity to try that. If desired. This won't work because it's not rigid. It's only gonna pull it in. It's all gonna be weird. But it works perfectly. I'm kind of sad about that. I guess it's the weight. Yeah. And that's top 26%. Just weird. There's a lot of force involved. It's already unable to hold its own weight. That will help a bit. Not enough. I guess that's sort of where the expenses go, because it's just so much cheaper to just use a bunch of ropes. But even then, that's still top 26. Turn off snap to grid to make precise adjustments. I guess if you want it to make a nice ramp. We'll see what... Oh, it's a DeLorean. It actually made that jump. I'm surprised. It's a DeLorean and they're referencing Quantum Leap. I've never watched Quantum Leap. Okay, where'd the stress hit? Right there. Bottom 1%. Wonderful. That distinction is kind of interesting. That's interesting. It's a very slight difference between unbreaking and breaking, probably because most people aim for unbreaking. No anchors in the middle, try resting your bridge. Yeah, that's the weird part. I mean, they want me to do that. This won't support it. It's lighter than I thought. bracing... Oh yeah, brace. Yep. Makes sense. Testing one. Yep. And that probably helps. Not enough. Doesn't do anything. Oh, perfectly. Oops. Oh, well. Yeah, it can always just be the bottom one taking the brunt of the force. Oh, that's the road. I've used too many road pieces. Okay, so that's the premise. Does that actually drive? I wouldn't be surprised if I have to use metal here. Just to support that. But I don't. Didn't expect that. Okay, I thought yep, makes sense. I can change that, just delete that, and do that. Some of the supports can probably be either removed or changed around, because all the force is on the bottom. Do I even need... I mean, the top ones probably do help. Oh, it actually made it worse, having the top supports where I did. Now, I definitely can't remove more on the bottom there. I could probably make them shorter, adjust stuff to eke out a little bit of a better budget. Here's the complicated parts. I might have done that in the wrong order. This needs to... Did I break it? I placed it in the wrong area. Maybe I broke it. Oh, yeah, because I'm not paying attention to the fact that they're drawing a line there. This is... Let me read that. Okay, they're not giving me... They're not letting me read. Anyway, tutorial. Fairly important tutorial. Uses that to create a drawbridge. This one here already works? Yes. So it's limited rows, I have to do that unless I'm trying to jump. %50 contraction is the maximum there. awful. And then expand 50%. Or do absolutely nothing. Are they... Yeah, they're incredibly expensive, but they're very long. They seem like the steel though. You would never use them that way. Outside of some restricted scenario. I could probably adjust this one to make it cheaper. Assuming left and right are the same. Oh, I can't delete it. Okay. Fair enough. I wonder what that specific range is. What it represents. I guess maybe it's just copying the right side to the left side gets you that. Yeah, so let's do replace stuff. So hydraulic A, subs C, limo, planes, reverse. Or it gets to here, then it goes again. So what's built here doesn't do anything, right? Oh, it's a tiny little dropper. That's cute. I would never have pictured that. Because that's impractical for an actual roadway. Because it's... Oh, I mean, it's maybe not impractical. It's just not done anywhere I've ever seen it to that tiny scale. But there's always the option to just go over. But going over probably presents an issue. Time to ignore budget for the limo's length, and I have to go flat. It didn't actually pose an issue. I'm surprised. You could probably do it cheaper with the drawbridge. But it definitely scraped the underside. Yeah, that more information is not new. Yes, we have to go there and back. You could probably go over. What is the schedule? B there, then reverse, I assume. Yeah. More pieces of steel. Let's start simple. So that could connect there. This is where the intent is basically you can only expand 50%, so if you did this, you could only get it that tall. I assume. Can you do like a goofy... I can't. Ah, you can. I can't go far enough up. You can do a goofy bridge like that. Or just go straight up. I just want to test this. Because obviously it's going to be hit by the boat. It doesn't get hit by the boat, actually. You'd have to just like cables or something to support it, maybe. Or maybe you could weight it so that it worked perfectly. Or push inwards from both sides, I don't know. There's weird options. I guess the reason for some of this is you can't have it drop down to there because that'd be cheaper. How do they feel about pulling the road underwater? Does it break instantly? I'd actually want to support it underneath. I think that will all fall apart, and that will be pretty funny. What happens here? If it constructs... that should be fine. If it probably doesn't even support itself right now, but... It's not going to reconnect in the middle because of how I set it up, but it does let you pull it under. Interesting. Obviously that broke, but that's just a design flaw. It's funny. I'm surprised. Yeah, because that breaks because that makes contact with the wall. This still might not be strong enough now, but still makes contact. Whoops. Just reduce this. Self-cleaning bridge. Very practical. Get all that disgusting road waste into the river. Not a very good bridge, but... Foundations, add an anchor in the river you can build from, however they're very expensive, which is this. $13,000 to $20,000. Horizontal position doesn't matter. I wonder if it's even necessary. I assume it is, but... not quite what I wanted, but... Where does this break? Very early. Very satisfying bridge. I bet a bunch of this stuff in the middle is not needed. This is appropriate connections. Oh, yeah, I mean that lack of symmetry does mean that if it's symmetrical, there is likely to be an issue. Actually, if I watch this, I think it wobbles. Right there, you can see it where it breaks. I guess it's only visible at an angle. It is a catastrophic failure. Entire upper section can probably be reworked. Oh, because that's too close at the base there? It's going to be even more expensive than when I first built. But it will look better. It's actually worse. Wonderful. Yeah, short foundations. Full trailer. A2, A3. Yeah, two separate. Kind of is just two separate. You can probably do it a better way, but. That's probably the better place. That tool works a little bit better now. I just want to see how that top row can handle. Which this is actually not a reasonable test anyway. Surprised that that's where it broke. I wasn't actually looking at there, I was looking here. So yeah, just what all of the weight is transferring there. This is still not gonna work. I don't know why those triangles go that way. Ooh, that's stressful. Anyway, over-engineered. I mean, this won't support itself. Pretty sure it will collapse when it's not even there. It doesn't even support its own weight. I don't think I need a horizontal component. Because there's no horizontal load. There's potential tension. And I guess horizontal is introduced by that. I wish I could see the information a little better. Yeah, there, there. See there, there, and there. I guess some things could be replaced by like steel, which I don't think this is gonna work, but I want to see. It also adds weight, potentially. I mean, this could 1861. But steel there is just cheaper. This doesn't transfer any forces though now. It would all go there, so that should be transferring to that. I think would make it better. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm surprised if that made that part fail, honestly. This adjustment made that a failure point. It could also be because I'm running it at 2x speed. It isn't. Interesting. I don't know what it is. Oh, now I have choices to make. Rebuilds, hydraulics, generic slash jumps. Let's look at the pre-builds. Some pre-built materials may not be moved or altered, indicated by grayed out joints. So those are stuck and I have to work with it. No hydraulics to work with, 2 pieces of steel. Interesting. And I have ropes. I could have some sort of structure. That's horrific. Some sort of structure to support ropes that could be cheaper than other alternatives. I don't think that's gonna work. I guess I should let it end so I could see specifically where it failed. It's not telling me specifically where it failed. Oh, yes it is. These tiny little joints. I don't think that's gonna be better. It's different because of that. Similar failing point, I assume. Oh no. It's not symmetrical anymore. It did work though. I can see a lot of places to improve. Oh, hello. How are you? Yeah. Well, it's nice of you to hop in. Oh, but some of the some games that you mentioned a while ago were on sale, like Lingo and the Pacaret Bunboro game. And I saw those. The bridge games are interesting. It's fun to just kind of make something that is goofy but works. I'm pretty sure this won't. I'm pretty sure ropes here will not work because the force is probably off. But yeah. Oh, I'm surprised the rope is that strong. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll try to play it. 'Cause it seems simple and cute. Oops, that's a rope. Wait, this is not symmetrical. What did I do? I'm not gonna try to optimize this in range. Move on. Out of 14%. Yeah, that one is interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, you want arches and stuff. For good shapes. Will this actually draw? No, okay. I'm surprised it let me even press that though. Yeah, it's all... you know, transferring forces outwards. Or to whatever you can support properly. Should just turn off the auto triangulation at this point. Yeah, you kind of want to... I really don't understand these tracing things. Like stuff like that. It works. But I enjoy being able to experiment and just see what works. They let you build drawbridges that go underwater because you don't actually need to worry about practicality. Or, you know, environmental concerns. I don't think this will work. But I enjoy what it looks like. Yep, not enough support on the side. It looks like a tree. I was gonna say a cauliflower, but cauliflowers look like trees. Probably many points that this can improve. Various supports like that could help. I think this entire top might be irrelevant. Because all the support's going down through the steel. I don't think I can remove this, because the start is too flimsy. Considerations of symmetry are also interesting, because you don't, it's better to not be symmetrical for stuff that's only going in one direction. Because the force here and force there are going to be slightly different. What are those? I don't know if I should replace everything with steel. That's not going to support it. Yeah, it can't even support its own weight. could improve, but it's fun to get a solution that works. I don't get it. I guess you can put force onto these and it will be able to support it. I just want to see how they behave. Oops. Oh, symmetry's not right. Oh well. Yeah, so all the force goes onto the rope. Very little force onto there. Makes sense. Because it's steel and that's like a rope, not even a cable. So of course this can't. Of course the steel is less likely to break. Oh, the idea of drawing that would be pretty silly. This can't support its own weight. Oh, the lack of symmetry. I guess, I think properly symmetrical. This could be replaced with steel, probably, if it needed to be. Okay, that's steel. I could probably ditch a bunch of wood. Oops, I caught the steel there. Ah, that's not gonna work, is it? Oh no, it didn't fail where I thought it would. Wonderful. There's no way that can be gotten rid of. Yeah, because it doesn't even support itself. Why does that instantly flop? Oh yeah, because there's nothing actually here. Okay. Fair enough. So I actually work with this steel. The steel can go that far up. I can either build a road that directly interacts with it, or a road that is supported by it. I think this is probably not ideal. That worked better than I thought. Still over budget, but the middle, yeah, the middle needs more support. Oh wait, that's fine placement. So it's not actually on a snap point. I hate that. Oh wait, I'm off center. This is the center. Yeah, so doesn't fix that. This isn't gonna fix it either, because then all the force goes to the bottom. I need to get a better transfer of force, because all the force goes here. These are totally zero stress. Making these taller to direct the force downwards? Nope, that makes it even worse. It's all falling inwards. I wonder if changing the angle here from vertical to that would help. That became more of a angle. Then it's wood instead of steel connecting us is going to lose some strength. I don't think this will work. but it will reduce the force there. I assume that will struggle. Ooh. Okay, not good enough. This change is the lower section needed. Yeah, because that just transfers the force. This is where all the force would be breaking right now. That wasn't. That was transferring it away from that breakpoint. Distributing it might be a better. Slightly different heights make a big difference. I would not trust this bridge. It's not enough of a factor of safety. Terrible. Interesting. First things first does... Can the car pick up its thing? Good. So that is tall enough. All the loads right here makes sense. Better distribution, still too expensive. Is this even needed? Probably. This needs to be supported if I don't want it to break. Needed. It is. Yeah, the ramp might help. Still might be a bit clunky. Yeah, that ramp seems better. There's still a thump when it hits there. It's not impact. Oh, it'd be nice to have graphs. directly illustrate the stress over time. Yeah, it's definitely just an impact point. That'll work, that's gonna break. Because I can't replace the lower road is unreplaceable because of the category of the grouping of the missions. But I need to grab the star, and I don't have hydraulics, so I can't move the road. So I'm pretty sure the only solution is to make another road. And I could make a road completely over it that would be smoother. But if I don't want stuff to break, I still have to support the lower road. It's probably a better way to do it than this. Yeah, the road's pre-placed. What I mean is, like, this is a group of, or a world, where it's all about pre-built sections. Where the others are hydraulics, generic, and generic jumps. It's like different themes to the constraints or the goals to work with. Like this had a diamond there that you had to work with. The road for this one was pre-designed to follow. So if I wanted to, I could, I think, basically just let that fall to the ground. And collapse. I'm not sure if I can build a quick bridge that would prove that, but... I don't think this will work. Yeah, not enough support. Silly looking. Wonder how much it's worth actually supporting this lower bridge. Yeah, 'cause it doesn't help with that load. Overvalue the symmetry. Yeah, I can clear it if this breaks. I've already cleared it technically, but over budget, I think. Oh. Yeah, it's easier probably to make a secondary ramp of some variety. Hello. I also don't even need to land nicely, like I could end it with it just falling. Super over-engineer it. I don't even know if this will hold itself up. I need to proof of concept the ramp direction. Ooh, overshot. Okay, yeah, that would work. Yes. Bridges. Well, bridges and jumps and stuff are being built. Yeah. Wish you well. The bridges will be gloriously horrendous. Might as well make it look nice though. Have them actually ramp back down. This won't work. This will collapse. There's too much load in one location. Oops, that's steel. Yeah, still too much load. Wait, why can't I get rid of that? No, can't click. Okay, good. I can have that. Yeah, too much load there. Well, I feel like I'm mostly approaching it incorrectly. I'm just kind of trying to make it sort of a specific way. Like, I've gotten one that's close, but it's not under budget, which it is, I would say, the base goal for each of these. Like, the valuable thing to do once you have a bridge is, if I look at it for a bit, a lot of stress here, some stress up top, minimal stress here, and then I can pare back the bits that are maybe not needed. That's probably necessary, but like, I can't remove that, I'm pretty sure, because it'll just transfer its stress to something else. But I could maybe add extra there and then build other stuff, other zones. You know, that, surprisingly, doesn't work. Okay, this I think could be improved fairly simply by just changing the routing, because that reduced the stress by a bit there. I only need to save a little bit of money. But yeah, checking what is under stress to see sort of where the load is being applied, where it's traveling through. Seeing what is and isn't necessary. Boom. Get rid of enough unnecessary stuff and it's under budget. Oof. Probably clear those out, but I'd have to adjust that section somehow to change how it's dispersing the load. And suddenly I'm 3,000 under budget. 99.6% max stress, though, is not a trustworthy bridge. A, B. So this goes up there. I don't have hydraulics. I think I have to build 2 bridges here. One that's pretty much exactly this. And then one that goes over the top. Yeah, it's a... I'm definitely not patient enough to do, like, properly... Good. It lets me test the golf cart. Ooh, it's too steep. Wow, this golf cart's really weak. Oh, it's not too steep. Nice. Well, flat is convenient, but it requires different supports. Because I might misremember stuff, but basically, you know, the force of a car is straight down. And if you have a straight road, can I draw it? Well, if you have a straight road, a flat road, or a flat bridge, all the force is down, but the road is horizontal. So any force kind of doesn't go in a good direction. But if it's curved, then the downward force some of it travels that way, instead of all the supports being there. Oh no, these people are crazy for other reasons. Like, one of these, this one. Like, these people are crazy. It is a stunt jump, but... they're not after proper logical bridges sometimes. I think I want to over-engineer that to start. And then... ah, shoot, it's not symmetrical to begin with. Okay. I really also overvalue the symmetry, where I want it to look symmetrical. Like, I want it to be symmetrical, even if that's not the ideal solution. This is not going to work, I think. Oh, it did. I'm surprised. That was way simpler than I thought it should be. Of course, only top 45%, so it's like right in the middle. There's probably various segments that could be removed, not necessarily those two. But there's pretty weird bridge goals in this series. Yep. Like there's some very odd like circus troupe performance type bridges. Yeah. Like I'm not super focused on getting minimal cost, like absolute minimum cost. But like if I can cut a little here, then it's an easy change, but I'm gonna stick with that. Because what people can get it down to 10,000 fewer dollars spent. Though that's no breakage. 21,282 seems to be the highest. What is this building? You can see other people's bridges, but some of these are funny. Not like bad funny, just funny looking. Like, this is a very wobbly looking bridge, but it's also incredibly cheap. I mean, that would make sense. I can see that. But I'm not just gonna stare at other people's... Oh, that's weird. So the foundation for this is a steel beam supported by cables from either side. That is a horror show. This won't work. Because there's not enough actual support. I think it still might be too... Hey, it's actually fine. It's over budget, but... That's a weird premise. Could you imagine an actual bridge built that way? I would not feel comfortable on a bridge like that. I don't think this is gonna work. Yep. Too much cost cutting. This also adds weight, so this might actually be... Oh, it worked. Good. Bottom 13%, about right. Of course. The Triforce is the strongest shape. Yeah, I mean it is a bunch of triangles. Very strong. What if I just delete that? Will it break? It should break. That's not going to support it. It's closer than I thought. I guess I have to do this. Nothing is stronger than, what, courage? I don't actually remember all the 3 Triforce components. I only remember courage, maybe bravery is one of them. Oh, what a bridge. Ooh, I wouldn't want to visit this bridge. Yeah, I was just doing that to test how rough of a drive that would be. What a bad drive. Crash into the bridge right there. Well, good test. Spend 2/3 of my budget on a foundation? Sure. Oof. Broken bridge. Not even better than much better than the pure steel bridge. I can say that's good enough for me. Yeah, that tiny change moved it up a lot. Yeah, that one there looks fairly believable. So braced over there for the impact to deal with it with steel. Smooth roads minimize stress on your bridge. Oh, it's a teaching lesson where this is smooth, this isn't. So maybe this one can run just fine, that one can't. Yeah, perfect lesson. Anyway, that's just the first step. I want to make sure it gets across. It does not. Needs a lot more. Oh, wait, I can just delete it. Never mind. Easy. I assume it will work. I want to see if I can jump it. I don't think they have enough speed to jump. Little better than I expected. Some of these have very generous budgets. Which is an interesting... Makes for an interesting division. That's probably gonna break still. Oh, it didn't. That one broke. Interesting. That's one test where I can jump from. Okay, I could jump from there. Can I jump from here? Ooh, not quite. I guess I do need one more road. Okay, so the road layout works. It's a pretty bad road layout though. Bit of steel up there. Would do some good. Yeah, weak points. That won't solve that weak point, but it did. Oh, road's not good enough. I'm trying to work out a workable road to build. I mean, this is probably easier to just draw a direct road, though. Like, just drawing more like that's probably better. Terrible, but oh, it's over-engineered. Oh, it is very over-engineered. That part even needed. This is gonna break now. I saw that coming. Were the challenges the main? Oh, 99.33, not great. Were the challenges the main focus, or was it sort of weirdly a grind to... Can I just do this? Do that to start. Clear some road. To see. Very simple. How many eye stalks did... Oh, yes, this is a hot air balloon. Except it's not a hot air balloon, it's a big triangle. How many eye stalks did the creature have? Or would the creature have like 2 or 8? Can it even go this steep? So, strength doesn't matter right now. Or cost doesn't matter. Oh, I'm so far over budget that I can't even test it. Okay, slope works. Okay, does the lower curve work? Perfect. Don't... Ooh. I didn't expect that to work, but it did. I don't make precision bridges. What's this one called? Smooth landing. Oh, I have a limited building space, don't I? Okay, that slope kind of works. It's too high though. Too low. Just right. Okay, that's the slope. Okay. Well, it's good to rest. Very important to sleep well. Bridges. Bridges are funny. Oh, that's very fun. I like the crashing and burning of bridges. In fiction. Oh, I bet this isn't actually adding that much support, is it? Yeah, it's all breaking up here. Yeah, it's still the breaking point. Shouldn't have been surprised there. That's not gonna work. That looked nice. I'm gonna move on. Just keep moving. The bulldozer has to push the box so that it swings out of the way? Okay. Really simple. Foundations are probably not worth interacting with. I just can't build off of that. Oof, close. Yeah, because the weak point won't change by adding steel there. If there's still only one connection point. It's a very relaxing game. Oof, yeah, the clunk there is pretty bad. This isn't out. I don't know. Ooh, it worked. Okay, good. Better dispersion of force. There could be somebody else, but maybe they're just enjoying the failures of these builds. Okay, I want to see how this behaves. Make this ultra strong. Make this ultra strong. Will this... How does it impact? Ah, I can't test it if I don't get a road finished. Fair enough. I actually have to design something that works. That's difficult. How am I going to do this? It's gonna have to have one that lands up above, one that lands down below. Do they have different speeds to work with? Like, will red be going faster because of the drop here? Yes, it will be. I guess that's the exact intended slope. Perfect. Okay. Those three need to stay where they are. I'm almost certainly going to support some of this. Probably not all of it. If this fell like this, it would do that. We need some degree of steel to support. The impact occurs here. So that's where I need to make sure it is well supported. The force is all downwards, or mostly downwards, not left, right for that section. It's all going to transfer into that. I don't think this... Oh, wait, yeah, because if this is connected, it's going to drag it apart. It's not... If I'm just here to test the lower segment... It breaks in the bottom. Okay, that can be fixed with steel. Yeah, that's still a little too much force. So the bottom needs to be steel at least a little bit. Okay, will that hold together? I think it should. Ooh. Little high on the forces. Now can it handle the impact? No. Too much downward force. I don't think this will work. That's one wood supporting up all the force going through there, so it's going to fall apart. think this still falls apart. Yep. Made a pretty funny flip. So where precisely in the timeline does it break? So that needs to be adjusted. I can probably add something here. I can follow the car if I click it properly. Yes, I just need more supports in this area. I don't think that's the correct, because that's just going to push the force down a joint. And even then it's not helping. I think I just need support here. Oh, it worked. I'm surprised. Well, time to improve. I should actually let it finish. So that I actually get it banked. This upper section is wasteful. Because there's very little force in that segment. That's probably not going to work, but I want to actually be able to see what happened. There's too little force there. And it weighs down there, which is an issue. Getting some of that load directly into the ground might help. Where all this load's going here instead of being dispersed a bit. There it is, perfect. Ooh. 99.65. Bottom 22%. The top is only 66-ish percent. That's kind of crazy. Well, that's a zone done. Error springs generic. I kind of want to see what error is. That's a higher difficulty. I'm still on 2s. But I don't see what the 3s are. Oh, wait. Let's not do that. Hydraulics are funny. What is that? It's a space shuttle. Okay. So those are not pre-built. That's gonna split there always. I kind of want to make it go down instead of up. But what is the order? They occur at the same time, so I probably can't make it go down. Because then I won't be able to support it very well. But I'll try anyway. Because I like the idea of it. I'll have to fine-tune it a lot more if I want it to go down instead of up, but what specifically broke there? Why? Oh, fair enough. Way too much extend. Maybe like a 10%? Fair enough. I should know that that would be an issue. I guess I can't support it underneath it all, can I? You know what? I don't think the downwards is going to work. But if I want to test it, it's probably a lot easier to test if I over engineer it first. didn't really plan for that. I just want to see if I can have it go down and work. I think 10% seemed promising. Ooh, not far enough. And too much on the vertical. Still gonna break, but... glorious. It does work. Wow, that's a really slow submarine. Why does it need to be that slow? Anyway, I don't think that's a good design. I can see all the forces right there. If I wanted to reduce the cost, I need that to not break. Then I need this to hold up properly. Which I don't think it will. I think the car going over it might break it. Why is the submarine so slow? Oh, it actually held up. I'm surprised. This doesn't really meaningfully reduce the cost. All the steel is kind of the biggest issue. There's probably replaceable steel in this segment. Oh, that bridge is under a lot of stress. Or the road segment is. Is that needed? Ah, that's easy improvement. Still pretty bad, but it works. So, A, B, boat, D, E. E 2.1 means the tractor sits here during the hydraulics, I think. That's a very tall boat. So this needs to be able to hold a sustained load, which is generally not an issue when you're building something that's unbreakable, but, oh, wrong tape. They're suggesting to lift there. By splitting at that point. How am I gonna do that? I guess I could put a hydraulic there. It's not gonna contract enough. It's not strong enough either, probably, but what is? Surprise. Okay, because the original design was to pull this straight up. Okay. Silly. I guess it's breaking before the hydraulic actually does anything. No, it isn't. This hydraulic should contract, pulling it up, but it goes down. Oh, no, but yeah, it's set to contract. Oh, yeah, because there's no support, obviously. I'm silly. This would need to have, like, wood straight down like that to support it. And then it's pushing off of nothing, so obviously it doesn't work. Okay, then I need to worry about connections like that. I don't think this will work, but those also don't do anything, I'm pretty sure. This one does. This does nothing. Or very little. Fair enough. Figuring out where it pivots around, I need to have a pivot point. Also, I said it to contract and not extend, but that is not an issue, despite the fact that I was not thinking ahead properly. I want to see the boat. There it is. It's actually not as weirdly tall as I thought it was. I thought it was worse than that. Didn't even do anything. It just looks so wrong for it to be down instead of up. It's a weird type of unsettling. Yeah, it's over-engineered despite being made of wood. I'm content, though. Okay, so that's all fixed. What is this called? Raisin Bridge. Is this where I have to just lift a road straight up? Yeah, the hydraulics only act once. So I need those to be sections so that when this gets pushed straight, pushed straight up, or pulled up. Okay. A, B, C, yeah. A, B, C. Because it feels like I'm supposed to... Yeah, because I only have 6. Which is right there. Then this needs to be supported. But it needs to not be supported like that. That will all break. And then it needs to have something that lifts it upwards 50%, which means that it needs to be like that height. Yeah, full height. Half is perfect. And there's probably other things that I could set up. Position them so that they connect properly if I need more support once it's lifted. So what I should do, for my own simplicity, is just design it like that, which is probably the intended solution given how smooth that is. Intended initial first approach. Because of how straightforward that would be. I don't think it works, Carried the weight. Oh. Did all the ropes snap? That rope snapped, yep. It's actually pretty funny. Oh wait, does this disconnect? The steels are on the correct side. Does the steel stay in place? No, the steel disconnects. Then how would that even work? Oh, it has to be suspended. Okay, yeah. You can't have it go up and then connect. You have to have it hanging there. Yeah, that's definitely the intended approach, because it's almost exactly where it needs to be. Which is why it's at the bottom 15. What other approaches could there be that would be interesting? Because you can't have it be affixed once it goes up, which is a shame. It would be really fun if you could. If I lock that there, does that let it do that? So if this doesn't fall and this one does. It is, okay. I just kind of want to see how it behaves, because I'm assuming it does lock. Which is better than what it was before. It does. Okay, that's cool. Doesn't really change anything, but it explains mechanics. That you can lock stuff so that it doesn't split. I'm gonna stick with it. I enjoy this bridge. It's very straightforward. It's not an amazing bridge, but it's very satisfying. It's just a satisfying bridge. Imagining the nightmare of one of those in reality. Okay, that does not work the best. Because if this compressed 50%, it would be there and then it would fall. Which, frankly, might be good enough. Then I would need a weird joint here. Or hydraulics to work with it, but this won't work because they're different heights. So it will split somewhere if I remembered to split that. Wait, which is on which side? Wait, no, that needs to be on 2. Because this and that are not the same length, so they won't extend the correct amount. Which is why that's lower and it's gonna divot and break. 1.5 meters, 1.5 meters. Confused. I don't want to do math. But I fear it might be necessary. It's a lot of guess and check. To get it to extend the same amount. Yeah, that's more or less what I'm trying to do. Yeah, don't go down far enough. So that does verify that enough. That doesn't work. Some sort of angle would probably work best. That worked better than I expected. This braking was not ideal, but wow, that's almost exactly the extent that I needed it to do that. Cool. So I need to go slightly more contracting. 1.43. But the math, this needs to be a shorter length than that. It's almost perfect. I don't think it will lock with how much leeway I have. Then I have to improve the support at the bottom. It didn't lock. It's so frustratingly close. And the issue here is that this is rotating, and I don't want that gone because it will break in a worse way, I think. Or not. Okay, that's going weirdly more... It's weirdly more effective than I thought it was. This weird system. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. Yeah, I need to pay more attention to that. Oh, it's so close. Yeah, but if that actually linked up, it would be enough of a transfer of force that it would not break. Because now it's all just being suspended on this section instead of linking up there. I think that went a little bit too far, which is why the upper bit snapped. Because it kept moving down and it pulled it and it snapped it to make up for the continued application of force. What if I could just abandon that, support it underneath, and just provide a pivot point? Because it's probably an easier way than trying to deal with that. I don't think this is going to be good. A lot of force. Yep. These don't provide enough here with the current system. This won't either because it's still going to swing out of the way a bit. Oh, the previous looseness there gave a ton ton of leeway for the movement, which is why it was not snapping in half. I can't actually add more there. That's not looking good. Oh, got further than I thought. Yeah. But now that this has changed, I can probably re-implement more supports in this area. So force is going here, going there. So all the force from there needs to be dispersed. And adding this, I don't think that does anything helpful because all the force, I mean, it might get some of the force going that way with tension. Not enough though, if it got any. Oh yeah. If you're tired, you should... Oh, what? If you're tired, you should definitely sleep. I mean, that is better here. You definitely shouldn't worry. Oof. It worked though. What can I get rid of? Yeah. See you around. Hope you rest well. Okay, so that's just too much contraction. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to finish more successful bridges. It worked. Didn't connect, but it worked. It's not a good bridge. Simpler bridge right there. Just have it lower with only one. Oh, that's way simpler. Wow. I don't know why I assumed that wouldn't work, but oh well, I'm happy with my goofy bridge. Sailboat, sailboat, movement, golf cart, golf cart. Wait, what does this even do? This is an extender? So that will push out? That's cute. So that'll flip out the road. That's fun. Okay, this is 6 road segments wide. Which means if I'm just gonna do this because it seems fun. Then I need 3 on each side. I don't think this will work. Oh, it will not work. Those are 1s and these need to be 2s. I don't think that's gonna work. I think it's all gonna fall apart the moment the hydraulics trigger. Oh, it didn't. It works better than expected. I sort of didn't trust the hydraulics to work in a way that would make sense. But I should have. That if they're all 2s all 1s, then it works. Okay. Then I can improve. So I'm working with the same basic premise. I can't remember if higher is better in this context. Extend. I don't think this will go well. It's already fairly stressed, just holding itself vertically. And I forgot to do these. Yep, it doesn't extend far enough. Which is because of an angle and not horizontal. It needs to connect there if I'm doing it this way. Which I guess makes sense because they gave the example that worked that way. I just don't know if all wood will work. Yeah, there's a lot of stress there. Okay, seems fine. There's some segments that I could maybe remove or switch around. Like, I doubt I could remove that completely, but it does work because there's no horizontal force being applied there. Or not enough horizontal for it to be an issue. I think here it might become more of an issue to remove both of them. I also think this kind of looks bad. It does work, but it looks bad. Okay, that's needed. I don't know if those are needed. No, they definitely are needed, but they can be moved to be shorter potentially. These are just golf carts, so it can be a lot weaker. I like how that looks. I'll stop there. It looks nice. Some complex levels need an additional layer of control for your hydraulics. This tutorial will show you how to do this using the hydraulic controller. Hydraulic controller allows you to control which hydraulics activate or stay inactive during each hydraulic phase. We've paused the simulation so you can take a look at the phases. Click on that to see all phases. Blue car, hydraulics. Green ferry, hydraulics. That. Oh, and then you need the blue to not reactivate. Simple enough. Phase D deactivates them all, which will move the bridge on the right to a bad location. See, it's just a simple explanation. click that. Click that. So wait, what is it? I guess if it's orange, it activates. If it's white, it doesn't. Cool. That allows for crazy potential increases in complexity. Blue, that E2 turns around and goes back to the middle. So it's basically the same with only a slight difference, where the fundamental needs of the hydraulic controller are just this. Or once that goes down, you don't need it to activate again. Yeah, so it goes down. It stays down. Oh, but I'm confused. There's E1, E2, and that. E1, so it goes from here all the way to there on this turn. So it needs this to stay down. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Don't know if that's strong enough. Okay, good. It broke because I didn't separate it. Then I can do the same very basic bridge there. I imagine it's a farmer's truck, and its acceleration and horsepower are what they are, which I assume would restrict just building over top. And either way, building over top's kind of against the spirit of this level, where it's all about hydraulics, so I'm not gonna do that. Wait, that's actually bad. I need that disconnected. That breaks. This one gets pulled, probably not enough. It's easier to do this. I don't know if it works, but... Oh, that's funny. Vastly over pushing it. Ooh, that's barely. Goes there, stops, goes up, turns around, and it's good. Very relaxed bridge. Probably fairly low. Yeah, 50%-ish. Okay, big vehicle, hydraulics. Pirate ship, hydraulics. Red vehicle, hydraulics. Turn around and back for that vehicle. So needs to get all the way back to the start. Hydraulics, does it phase F just do nothing? Just disable all hydraulics in that phase? That feels likely. Start with the simplest tests. If it is physically supported enough, does this open enough to get it to let the ship pass? It does not. Okay. Adjustments need to be made. That and that probably need to change. 2% is not enough. Clearly doing something incorrect. Need to think about it more. Angles. I think with the angles better. Because I could also fold it at a different point. If I had it pulling there, it would behave differently. Don't know what I expected to happen there. I know exactly what I expected. I can double hydraulic, because I'm not limited on the number of hydraulics. So I had a big tower. I did like 2. How does this behave? I assume it swings around a lot, which is not ideal, but... Oh yeah, I'm not actually supporting that bridge piece because it was on the other side of the hydraulics, that's why. When I was trying this, it didn't connect down there. I can test what the double hydraulics do. Oh wow, that's a lot of tension. Yeah, they do both pull like that and then break everything, but that's fine. They don't quite behave as just one hydraulic. It looks so wrong. Okay. Oops. F. The amount of sway in those hydraulics just does not seem right. Like this shakes more than like a wood and, you know, rope suspension bridge that people walk over. Anyway, more expensive than it should be. Because of all the steel. Well, at least partially because of all the steel. I have enough leeway to build underneath. Should remove this first. I don't think this will work. Oh, it did hold up. Until there, why'd that break? Oh. Huh? Oh, because it wasn't... Because I copied it so it was classified incorrectly. Okay, good. That's the issue with copying and pasting sometimes. Still too expensive. How expensive are the hydraulics? 3,000. Okay. Pretty pricey. Maybe we need to look at it more from like angles. I don't think this would help enough. Oh, it did. Okay. Well, I guess again. Do that and then worry about that. That's part enough. Better dispersion. It looks like it should be fine. Oh, that's not far enough still. Because I reduced it too much. Too far. Too far. Okay. More load there than I would want. But that's fine. Still over budget, but that's something to work on. So, how much does that matter? Can I adjust slightly there? No. Less wood, more steel is probably better. Because all this steel costs, all this wood costs a lot. I probably can't just replace it with steel, but getting some steel in there is probably going to help. Yep, it helps a lot. And I'm pretty sure that's cheaper. I don't like how that looks, but that's fine. Yep, it is cheaper. Still too expensive, but that's over-engineered. There's not as much load there as... Yeah, it's not much load in the middle. Probably get rid of stuff like that. There's also not a lot of load there. So this can probably be replaced, not directly by wood, but to some extent, wood should fulfill the role, could fill the role. That doesn't look like it will work, but it does. It's not much cheaper. I bet there's stuff I could change with the hydraulics. I guess I could probably have the hydraulics be a 1.38 meters for contracting. Like if it's shorter but it contracts the right distance, that one contracts slightly further, but and I can maybe save some amount of... Oh, that was actually the one I wanted to keep. I think steel should be cheaper. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper. 1.39 is good enough. Basically, test to make sure it doesn't break. It does break because it's too far. A different loading situation on the wood here because of how I changed it will probably result in it being more expensive and not work. Okay. Oh, this doesn't get that much load. It does here. That bit of road doesn't get much, but also it's the road, so I can't really replace it. Yeah, I guess the shape of the triangle there helps disperse the load more effectively than if it was shorter, and then it's more applied to the wood, which is weaker. Ah, maybe I can make it shorter. Maybe it's just too tall. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna mess with it more, but I can probably just... This probably doesn't need to be as tall as it is. And I could adjust angles with that all being shorter. Bet that would work. Hydraulic, blimp, hydraulic, weird car. I guess this doesn't need to be hydraulic controllered if there's no rules. 8 should just be straight. Feels like a lower it. It's either split here or split the whole bridge. I think the whole bridge is a bit of a bad idea. But it's funny. And I enjoy the premise. It stays locked. Yeah, that's the issue. I can't do that. It also definitely doesn't expand enough if I don't have it have a longer section. Oh, that's interesting that if you're doing it onto something like that, it doesn't actually do the usual snapping. So I need that to be supported. It's also, yep, that fell. It needs to be there. Okay, it snapped instantly, but that's acceptable. I think I give up on that idea, though. I think it's a bad idea. Saying that, I could just lower a smaller section in the middle, which is going to be harder than just bending it and having the whole thing go down there. That's just way easier. But is it more fun? No, it's not more fun. I keep copying stuff too early. I should copy it after I actually finish all the segments. Obviously, I do not think this will work. It's also too far to expand, but... Now I do this, then I have to redo this. Actually, why does it break? What specifically occurs? Oh, yeah, I left that. Okay, fair enough. Not a surprising break. Okay, yep, way too far. Why did the left break but not the right? Is it not symmetrical? Must have broken the symmetry somewhere. Oh yeah, those look like they are different lengths. No. Why did the left break but not the right? Oh, this is different. The steel section is different between the sides. Of course no, I just copied the broken side and yeah. Let's see something else that's not symmetrical. No, it's all the exact same. Why is one side breaking but the other isn't? Is one slightly more, 0.34 versus 0.34? They're the same. If I copy that, does it do the same thing and break? Okay. It failed even more catastrophically this time. Oh, wait, I forgot about that. Fair enough. They're the exact same. It is symmetrical. One side breaks, but the other doesn't. It's so weird. Is there some weird quirk with the physics in this game? Okay, so let's speed down. Simulation's been paused. Yes, I know. Yeah, because at the moment this breaks, there's more force here and here. This looks like there's more stress than there is there, so it's distributing it differently on the left and the right. That, and that, that, and that. There must be some prioritization or something. Because that has more force than the equivalent. This has more stress than the equivalent. Is there something I'm misunderstanding? Or is it just the order of operations within the game? Well, that's a fun bridge. I'm gonna... save that for tracking, and then fix this bridge. I don't think this will fix it, but... Okay, make that side 2, even though most of that was already that. I can see why that breaks, though. Because all the force sort of goes through there. I don't think that will fix it, because then all the force will go through there. No, it is better dispersed. It goes on to there. Okay. So, easy fix it, easy changes. I probably don't need a lot of this structure. I can probably remove even more, and if I remove that, maybe I can remove the steel. Yeah. Maybe I can remove... I probably can't remove that. I could probably remove some stuff on top. That might be too much, but I think it should be fine. And then I can look at replacing the steel with wood again, because the bridge itself weighs less. I don't think it will, I do not think this will be fine, but it would be a mistake to not test. It's a lot of stress. I can probably try making changes in that area. Because I over-engineered it, and that made it heavy, and that made it too weak. Yeah. I overbuilt. Are these running at the same time? Why is it separated? Anyway, A1, B, C, D, 2 bikers. That's not a biker. That's a scooter. B and D. So, A will go to A1. Go there. Let's just do this. Over-engineer just to see what's gonna happen. I'm confused by... I'm confused by the sports car. It just does that. Why is it on a separate line? Whatever. I think that will be quite useful. I guess we'll struggle to hold itself up to start. Okay, baseline established. This won't work because I need to be able to move. So I could move the foundation to the left. I could forego the foundation entirely. But I can move it to the left to support up to there, and then drawbridge. Where necessary. So that's the likely drawbridge point. Then I need a point at which it can pivot. Now I just get these to work and figure out the hydraulic side. Yeah, it's not strong enough. I saw that coming. Yeah, I saw that coming as well. Over-engineered to test. Yep. This needs more. Support. Except that's just more weight. That doesn't really help. I ditched the hydraulic accidentally. That might be too heavy. I guess I should get this side to support it. I just want to see if the oh, wait, that's not gonna work with the hydraulics. Actually, I'll check left hydraulics. Okay, that does work. Left hydraulics do pull far enough if I set them up like that. Good. That is valuable information. I don't think that's gonna help. Yeah, it's just gonna make it worse. Issue is this side of the hydraulics. I could sort of copy the upper section. Build the rest, appropriately supported. I don't think this is going to be very budget friendly. And that's probably not going to work structurally. Because there's far too few supports, but pivots there. And just slow us down. Shoot, too slow. I mean, that's way too much load on one on the left. That needs to change, probably. Yeah, it hits the midpoint, greatest moment arm, snaps it there. Yep, forces max at the middle, and then it gets past it. That is very high stress. I think the bridge should be fine, though. That was fun. That's really high stress, though. I can probably cut out... Oh, but no, those are high stress, which means they are actually load-bearing. There's fish trapped in nets down there. It's kind of funny looking. This whole section is poorly designed. I don't think that will help much, but it looks better. I hate this. Does that do anything? Probably. But not enough. The same thing on the other side can probably be removed. Yeah, it clearly is under load, which means that it does something. Just that something might not be necessary. Because that's not under too much load. That's under a lot of load, but I'm assuming it's going there anyway. Yeah, the addition of the steel there was super important. This could maybe be made cheaper. I don't know if that crossbeam does anything. I wish I could see numbers for the stress. It would be kind of nice. Yeah, because there's already enough of the horizontal, and most of the load is vertical. This might be over-engineered. here. This might be over-engineered. Oh wow, it's a lot later than I thought it was. I've been having a great time. Obviously not optimizing bridges, but yeah, bottom 43, not great. But I think this might be the last stage of this map. Oh no, 3 more. I thought there'd be 10. 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 13, 12, 13, 13. It's mostly 13 and 12. Okay. Ooh, 14. I can finish Bifrost Bend. 3 more levels. Some pre-built materials, yes. Big truck. Boop. 2 things, boop. Turn around and go back. Which means I don't need to worry about the stuff that I can't change. This needs to go up. This is probably best just handled with a low arch. Maybe more like that. And this will have to move. I wonder if the easiest would be to just push this end up. Just have like that set to extend. Maybe not that tall. Probably not that tall. Let's start with this as a preliminary design. That's not going to be stable. I need a pivot point, so those can't be connected. If I'm just testing, I should just overload that because I think that's going to break. Yep. So, will it hold? Good. Ooh. Reasonable weak point. I just want to see if the extendo is too long and if I can shorten it. Because my assumption is it's probably too long. Oh. Did I connect stuff? Oh, probably. Maybe that's the issue? No, that was necessary. That triangle does nothing. Okay, so that's just not going to work. Because it's pushing and this is not actually stable. That might work. Okay, it does work. The cable there is worthless. I should have known that's what would happen. It does not go high enough. Okay. Simple test. Answer the question. I think I ignore the right side. Get the left side functional, because that's the easy part. And I definitely can't do that. I need a little more support. I'm doubtful. Wow, that truck's lighter than I thought. Considering it was already straining under its own weight, I'm amazed it made it across. So, that's good enough for now. Now I need for this. It probably goes up. I could make it go down, but that's probably a poor choice. It's probably easier for this to be pulled upwards than it is for anything else there. The left side's gonna collapse. Which is gonna then break this. It's not gonna work, but when all this weight changes, I'm not sure if this is gonna hold. Oh, it did. Good, good, good. And I built a bunch of stuff underneath that I forgot about. Over money. Not as much over as I would have. Over budget. Not as much over as I would have expected, considering I just sort of threw steel everywhere. Not enough. Close. That might be it. Excellent. And it should be able to go back, right? Good. So, now I just need to get rid of all this supporting material and just work off of this initial design. So I'm gonna have as much underneath here as I want because it just needs to support itself. Will that support itself? I'm a little skeptical that it will support the truck. It's fine. That's not, but that's acceptable. That actually is holding. Wow. Yeah, tons of stress, but it's not all there and breaking, so that's fine. Wow, that's a lot more under budget than I thought it would be. But I could change how this is set up and it could be better. Oh, did that not reconnect? Oh, it dipped. It dipped down, so it didn't reconnect. Oh, that's really cool. Because there's just too much give, I guess, over here. So when it disconnects, that all stretches. I didn't think they actually stretched. But it seems like they do actually stretch. And the length does change. And it did the same thing again, which is not surprising. That's cool. Still dipped. But it reconnected, so that's fine. That's really cool. Now I can start adjusting this and replacing it with wood. That does not look like it's gonna hold. But it did. It's probably bad shape. It's probably better to disperse stuff to bring it in more. That looks awful. Yep. All the force going in the wrong direction. Oh yes. It was pretty weird looking. It's actually maybe not that much better than when it was all steel. Remarkably close to breaking. Hello again. Welcome. I don't know if this will. Good. Welcome back. I mean, I don't know what I was at monetarily before this. I knew that wouldn't work. It is more expensive than the wood I was using, but it looks better. I'm gonna live with it. It's actually kind of interesting how this still fits together. What a... Wait, is this a bridge that's designed to ignore hydraulics, but it accepts the breakage under here? There's a bunch of stuff falling because it's a weird stylistic choice. I don't get it. Oh, they're ignoring the pre-existing piece. That's pre-built. Yeah, I remember. I'm almost done with this section. Yeah, it doesn't need to be nearly as smooth because it won't struggle like a limo would, which this isn't a limo. It's fairly wide. This has an 8 PG mass. 12 meters per second squared. Horsepower. I thought I guess horsepower is sometimes measured in horsepower and sometimes measured in other units. So, checking. Hydraulics, boats, hydraulic. I want to do the obviously silly entire bridge lift. So the road will go in a nice path. Then this will likewise follow, mostly. That might work. Doesn't work. What a shame. I'll make the bad choice of lifting this entire bridge. Okay, will it fall instantly? Yep. I'm surprised that didn't lift as far as I thought. Oh. Very important step. Doesn't fix it, but it's important. You need your bridge to disconnect. What's the issue? It falls in right away? Yep. Nothing anchoring it. I don't think this will fix it. Yeah. Maybe I don't try to lift the entire bridge. I wish I could. I could do the boring thing though, and try to just smoothly arc. Kind of a horror show of a bridge. Doesn't really test anything. I need to remember that I can't build underneath. Let's see if it can actually drive with these ramps. Ooh, it can. Kind of against the design purpose of the world, but... Oh, beat a hydraulic level without using hydraulics. I guess there is an achievement for that, so... These upper bits feel over-engineered. Okay, that looks fine. Oh. Oh no. I wouldn't drive a bicycle on this road, let alone a big truck. I wouldn't drive a big truck because I don't have a license to drive a big truck, but that's secondary. Like, even if it was 100% engineer proven that it would be structurally sound, I would be terrified of a road like this. Of a bridge like this. Those don't do much, do they? They do get a spike. I don't know if I would even... Oof. I don't know if I'd even drive a boat under a bridge like this. Okay, do I have to get rid of this? Shoot! Well, I mean, practically speaking, it is... I do probably need it. Because I think without it, in this case, if this was gone, I'm pretty sure it's not stable. But maybe it is. Like, all the force here will probably break here now. Oh, it broke in a different spot than I was expecting. It broke there, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, there's a whole, you know, unbroken versus... There's like, the leaderboards as they are, have a category that separates broken from unbroken. Like lowest budget breaking, lowest budget unbreaking. It's not that different. Most of the time. Switch flip. Oh no. Blue than green. See, this could be so over-engineered. Because you could probably engineer a road that is like the perfect length and then push it like up and over in a way that angles it properly. I'm more thinking, I guess, of... Ooh, that's a bad road. Like this being swapped to there. I'm thinking that's a bad idea. It's probably better to build an elevated road and then have on-ramps that switch on and off. Rotate the entire thing. Yeah. It just feels like getting the hydraulics right. Yeah. Getting the hydraulics right feels like it will be difficult. But having like I think having a middle line to work with is like a starting point. The other important thing to remember is it doesn't need to line up. Because if they drop, they're fine. These are not real people. They're okay with falling who knows how far in their car. They're psychos. They don't worry about concussions. Just getting to work on time. Wow. No one drives the cars, actually. So, they're autonomous vehicles. This is the future. This is the future of the Earth. Oh yeah, that's easy. Just have, a central road. Build whatever ramps fit nicely. And then lift the section you don't need. So this goes up, and this is gone. Or no, this stays there. This is gone. I'm gonna over-engineer the base here, just for safety. To test hydraulics, basically. That is a solid foundation. These open up like an underground car parking machine that can accidentally crush your car. It's gonna split there and there. Then this gets extendoed. However it gets extendoed. the numbers again. They're fine. So these will extend instantly as they are set right now. Oops. Then this car would go up, and it's too steep. That's fixable. Probably. Oops, that probably needs to be supported. Please work. Not even that steep, and these look like they're supposed to be like Jeeps or something. They can't even handle a road that's not even 45 degrees, which is actually very steep, but I could just have it go to here. Yeah, I could lower the center. Yeah, it's probably better to lower the center. Yeah, they don't need to be flat. And it's better to have a shared communal section to reduce the number of road segments needing to be made. Probably easier to do this. Give me a shape from here. Give me a shape from here to here. Actually, I could do the opposite, couldn't I? Or sort of the opposite. Or different, like, thinking. That might be too steep still, but... that should support that. This needs to split. Positioning of the hydraulics might be a little rough. Just do the hydraulics manually. No point in copying it. Let's just see if they can get onto the road without breaking everything. Okay, good. Then, in round A, this one doesn't activate. In round B, they both activate and that should be fine. Kind of a cute little level. Oh, they're actually different cars, despite looking very similar. This is a Jeep, this is a hatchback. The hatchback has worse acceleration, the same speed, the same mass, worse horsepower, but it struggled less. Yeah. I definitely think there could be a seesaw that's like a full-on seesaw function, but I think I would lose my mind trying to get the hydraulics to work. Yeah, the hatchback drove way more smoothly. I guess because the wheels are further apart, where the wheels here are close together and tall. despite having more horsepower. Well, now I need to make it functional. Okay, does that support itself? No, because it's the wrong number. Yeah, I guess I'm mostly like having to account for shifting to relock for security makes it rougher. But I guess it doesn't, if it's strong enough, it doesn't always need to relock either. And that worked. Okay, that's all. Oh, shoot, I forgot to delete everything first. Oops. Then all this steel on the bottom can get replaced. Maybe. Ooh, that's gonna break. Ooh, I wouldn't trust this bridge. Oh, I reset the hydraulics. This game has no factor of safety. You know, you're supposed to have some percentage factor of safety. Like, do you mean these ones down here? Because I think that if it's these, I think it will collapse. If I just removed them. Because I think there's too much, there'd be too much force on the road. Oh, there, it went, the road was stronger than I thought. Wow. What's the strength of the road? I guess it doesn't give a value, does it? I'm surprised. Yeah. I think I guess maybe I'm interpreting the forces wrong. I thought it was mostly tension, but maybe it's pushing down here, or once it's here, like here would be like tension in either direction, but once it's past, I guess maybe it's compression instead of tension. That doesn't look like it's gonna be very good. Yep. Because it's too square. Wait, what the heck? Why is this not symmetrical? Oh, because that connected. Because it wasn't symmetrical. There. There's my symmetry. Too many squares. I don't even think this is cheaper than the steel. Yeah. It's why, like, rebar is used, because rebar helps with tension, and there's various ways to... Like, you can pre-stress rebar so that the whole section of concrete's in compression at all times so that it offsets tension to a certain point, making it run better. It's a very involved topic. Don't think I can get rid of those. They're not doing much for load, but I don't think I can. I think it will shake a bit. That might be secure enough at the end to keep it safe. Okay, it's fine. This might be secure enough with the outer triangles now? No. That's way too much shaking, because it's disconnected. Yep. That's enjoyable, though. One small change and everything falls apart. Wait, can I change? I can. That actually could change the setup. Because if that doesn't break, that holds strong, it will collapse on the second phase, potentially. When this disconnects, it might fall apart, but it might reconnect enough that it rights itself. Oh, imagine a bridge that shifts that much. That would be terrifying. And that's another world. Yes, it's fun. I like the physics of this type of stuff. It's kind of neat. I also like how the bridge looks. But I've been having too much fun playing this, and it is getting to the time that I should wrap up. I'm probably going to play this in 2 weeks. And play... What is it? Which ones? Oh, Opus Magnum was also on sale, and I've been kind of wanting to play that for... When did it release? 8 years? Off and on, it's crossed my mind. But I might play either Pacarette Down the Bun Burrows or Lingo. Probably not Lingo, though. Lingo seems more complicated. Yeah, like Opus seems like it's gonna be fun until it gets too complicated. Just based on the reputation of Zachtronics. Like, the base premise seems approachable enough that it would be, I think, enjoyable to poke at for a while. And just build weird mini factories, basically. Yeah, I'll definitely play. I mean, it'll definitely be one of those three. It's probably the Pacarette Down the Bun Burrows, because it seems easier to approach for me. But yeah, it'll be fun. Hope you do stop by, because you know the games more than I do. And it's always fun. So I hope you have a nice night. I should go here. Bye-bye.